Hey guys, welcome back. Got something a little bit different this time. I've been wanting for a long time to do a tour of my so-called man cave, and it's been such bad shape and piled up with stuff I was just kind of ashamed to show it on camera. And it's nearly, well, it's really not where I want it yet, but it's probably about as uncluttered as it's going to be for right now, so I thought I'd go ahead and give everybody a look. This is actually like the hallway leading into the room. Uh, So we'll just get right to it. Of course, anybody that watches my videos knows I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan. And this is like a poster from the remake that Tim Burton did in 2001. I wasn't crazy about the movie. I mean, it was nice eye candy, but I thought the story kind of sucked. But the posters and the collectibles were really cool. So there you got like I found this on eBay actually several years ago. It's like I think it's either 5 or 6 feet tall. It's like a profile view of Michael Clark Duncan as General Attar, for those of you that are familiar with the movie. And like I said, it's kind of hard to get a good view in here, and I'm going to have to apologize a little later on for the lighting. In one of these corners, my overhead light is shot. I'm going to have to do some work on it. But so it's going to be kind of dark in some areas and kind of light in some others. But there's a Planet of the Apes poster. Okay, on this side of the wall, my all-time favorite horror movie, Phantasm, poster of that one. Okay. Yeah. And down below, I have another little mini poster of one of my top 5 horror movies, Amityville Horror. And this one is actually signed by Miss Margot Kidder. To Shannon Love, Margot Kidder, and I got a picture with her that same day. So that's Miss Margot Kidder and myself. And I love that poster. That's awesome. And she was really nice. Okay, up above the closet door here, another one of my favorite movies, like the late 70s, early 80s, I think. Nighthawks, Billy Dee Williams, Sylvester Stallone, Rutger Hauer. Sorry about the glare, but the light is right above me on this one. So I actually took this to a convention a couple of years ago, and I was going to get it signed by Billy Dee Williams, but the line was just like way too long, and I just said forget it. Okay, now for the good stuff. More Planet of the Apes. These are like the little mini posters, a little 11 by 17, and finally got one from each movie. There's the original, one from Escape, Conquest, and Beneath. I think I might take one of these to the con this coming spring, because Linda Harrison, who played Nova in the first 2 movies, is going to be there. So probably going to be the only celebrity that I'll stand in line for. Okay. Down below we have the final chapter, Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And beside that, another favorite sci-fi movie, Logan's Run. Great movie. I think they showed all the 8 movies like all in one week back in the mid-70s. And this was kind of like a promo poster to watch those movies. Kind of hard to find actually, but I found a copy. And another, I guess you would call, fantasy western sci-fi movie, Valley of Gwangi, Cowboys and Dinosaurs. Also starring Mr. James Franciscus, who was also in Okay, around the corner. Like I say, the light is really bad in here, the overhead light, and I need to work on it. So this might be kind of a little bit dark looking. Top of this wall. Oh, that is I've had this poster forever. It's like a poster of all the Monkeys collectibles. from like back in the day. There's books and comic books and finger puppets and guitars and whatnot. And on this top shelf, actually a copy of Teen League that was put out by DC. And this, the reason I bought it because it had the monkeys in it. See how that looked. In front of that, I got a couple of 45s. I think I bought these off of late 911000 Sid. I bought these or traded for them, but they're two 45 singles from the Cow Seals. Another favorite band of the 70s. And a lot of the stuff on this shelf is Peanuts collectibles and books. Just a few Christmas things we'll probably be putting out next month. Over here we have some BC glasses. I think they were giveaways at Hardee's several years ago. Everybody remember the BC comic strip by Johnny Hart? My second favorite all-time strip, next to the Peanuts. And in the back corner, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's actually one of the movie posters from the Tim Burton remake. Okay, this shelf, I got some Peanuts paperbacks, some more Peanuts collectibles. Charlie Brown's head came off, so I got to glue it back. Sorry, but all kinds of the paperbacks, Peanuts playing cards, a Charlton Heston biography that I've still yet to read, that I've had forever. More Peanuts collectibles, books. Like I say, I apologize for lighting. And on this shelf is mostly, we have Charles Schultz biography, which that's a great read. And we have the complete Peanuts. And this is a project I think Fantagraphics started years ago, and it's going to, altogether, it's still going on, but it's going to take about 12 years, and they're going to reprint every strip from the beginning. I think it's up to like year 1989 or something right now. But each volume contains like 3 whole years worth of the Peanut strips. You got some early ones, 59 to 62, 75, 78. But I've got them all the way up to like 1989. Some more stuff back there. Peanuts. And down here got some BC paperbacks, some Zitz paperbacks. If you can see that or not. Got some Kingdom Come and Crime Syndicate figures, Red Tornado. Back in the back got some Monkeys bobbleheads and the Monkey Mobile. Some old albums I've been listening to, George Benson. Some great jazz. And on the bottom shelf, more Peanuts collectibles, getting into some music stuff. Got the complete Beatles songbooks, some biographies of the Beach Boys and the Beatles, more Monkey stuff. And basically this is just like a junk corner, which I need to clean out. I'm probably going to move this shelf out and maybe make a display case for a lot of the action figures that I can't display at this time. So, okay, getting to where the comics are. There's some stuff left over from the convention last couple of years, VIP passes. These shelves, and I probably talked about this before, but these shelves my dad actually helped me build, and my son helped me out. And before I get into showing, kind of what's, I'm not going to go through the boxes, but I'm just going to show you what's on the outside. Gotta do a little disclaimer here. I've actually got like 25 long boxes piled up in my living room right now, where I'm trying to once again inventory my collection. But I thought I'd just kind of separate it by years or ages. Like I got all the silver and bronze eggs, except for a few boxes here in my living room. So there's like 25 boxes of bronze and silver in there I need to go through. But so just so you know, you're not really seeing the whole mess. And these boxes have been written on so many times, it was kind of hard for me to keep track, because I was like pulling out and retransplanting books. But the ones that have like the little name, the little sticker on there, that is what is in it book, Marvel Modern Age. It's had like everything in it. And the stuff that has the little clear plastic packets with index cards, that is actually what is in those boxes. took my lead from Hans, Captain Strangelove, on how he marked a lot of his collection. Yeah, I got just friends. What else? Young All Stars, Champions. Got the whole run of the Champions in there from Marvel. That long box is all Charlton Horror and stuff from DC. These 2 boxes hold all my 100-pagers. And I've got like 5 to be sold boxes, just the stuff I've got. And once I get it all rearranged and figure out exactly how much more I want to sell, I might put up a list or show some stuff on a future video to stuff I have for sale or trade. That's for sale. That's for sale. I think this little shelf down here is just a catch-all. There's some duplicate books I'm probably going to sell. All kind of comics paraphernalia, and I think there's some headphones and guitar cables in there. Old back in the back of it, I think some old Overstreet price guides. And more boxes on the bottom. These are mostly magazines. A lot of Marvel black and whites. DC graphic novels. Of course, I think everything is kind of jingled and jangled in there. Amazing World DC Comics, Planet 8 magazines. Just a little bit of everything down there. And on top, I got some more stuff to be sold. I think this is some of the piles of black and white mags that I don't have boxes for that I showed in my Halloween video. Some more magazines. New comics, or actually new comics from the last year or two. And Superboy and the Legion, Brave and Bold, that one. Superboy and the Legion, Adventure Comics, DC presents, and that one. More Superboy and the Legion. Let's see. Okay, Defenders, Invaders, Infinity Incorporated. My Avengers comics in there, and those guys. Justice League of America. Those. I've actually got 2 boxes of Justice League. See, these are the magazines that aren't really in order. But everything else that's marked on this shelf, as far as what age comics is in that box. So I got a bunch of DC and Marvel Modern Age. There's some extra boxes on top. Got a little plush husky. I have a real one that we keep with my folks. I think it's Comic Buyer's Guides. DC Modern Age. Miscellaneous Modern Age. More Miscellaneous Modern Age. More DC. And on the bottom, I think we got more new comics. More new comics. More new comics. I think this one on the floor is a bunch of Wizard magazines and previews magazines. I'm probably going to go through that and be getting rid of a lot of those too. Well, like I say, everything in here is pretty much modern age stuff. DC and Marvel. And there's one of my pen and ink. I've shown that before, so. Like I say, all modern age stuff. I'm going to be going through these boxes and probably selling all this stuff. Just focus more on silver and bronze. These are actually like a lot of boxes. I received comics in. I'm probably going to save those as direct Christmas presents in. Okay, on the windowsill, like a DC Direct for PVC sets. I've seen a lot of these before. On the floor, I got one, the Flash PVC set in Smallville. The OMAC figure. And you have the Justice Society, the Justice League. I think that was like my favorite one. It has just original Jay Garrick and Alan Scott, but it's got a lot of the old Golden Age villains, Solomon Grundy and Vandal Savage, Icicle and Shade, Huntress. You got more JSA on the bottom. Justice League villains, Silver Age set. And my favorite all-time character, Commandy. And over here, Legion of Superheroes, PVC. Okay. Kind of give you a little view of this here. It's my drawing table. My little tabaret a la Walmart style. It's just a little plastic drawers on wheels. Just holds a lot of pencils and art supplies. There's my light. One of my bass guitars. I just use a little practice amp to practice with. This is the table where I do a lot of the sorting and stuff. I've got like a box and a pile of like unread new stuff that I haven't got to for the last several months to a year. All my bag and board supplies, tape, scissors. There's a digital label maker. I need to get some labels for it. Here's a picture I got last year of Lou Ferrigno and myself. And there's the table. More stuff underneath. I think that is like actually all my Planet of the Apes comics. And I'm going to do a special video of that and the magazines and a lot of my Apes collectibles. A lot of Archie, Harvey Digests. I think a couple of these boxes are empty. Best of Archie comics. Okay, kind of give you a shot of this. Actually, this is kind of disorganized looking. This is the best it's looked in like a year. So, I must want to show you on top. Here's a poster, movie poster, Black Belt Jones, starred Jim Kelly. He was at a convention a couple of years ago, and I got him to sign this for me. Really, really nice gentleman. And for you Kung Fu fans, and this is a big shout out to my buddy Tony, Why Not Art. He's a big Kung Fu and Bruce Lee fan. You know, I know he'll know who this is. But he guest starred with Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. And a lot of guys were wanting to come and say, hey, what was it like to work with Bruce Lee? And he kind of got this look on his face like, wow, I've never heard that question before. But I was lucky enough to get a picture of Jim Kelly. What was sad was, I think this was in March 2 or 3 years ago, and he actually passed away like 3 months after this, so I'm really, really grateful and felt privileged to meet the man. Really nice gentleman. And this is from last year, Mr. William Shatner and myself. This is probably my favorite one. This is with Mr. Alan Bellman and his wife. I've talked about him in my videos a few times before. He was a artist from Marvel Comics back in the 40s, do a lot of Captain America stuff, all winters. And I think this was the first year I went to this local con that they started, and I just asked to take a picture, and he said, no, you have to get in this picture, and we have to get an action pose. So my wife was kind enough to take a picture of Mr. Bellman and his wife, and I took this picture back last year, and he signed it for me. And here is a picture of Mike Grell and myself from about 3 years ago. Very funny guy. Love his work. Okay. Got to get another view of the art station here. I really need to get back in my drawing, but there's a bunch of junk on here. Some India ink, pencils, acrylic ink, push pins, sponge. There's my little psychedelic 60s lava lamp that I need to plug up sometime or another. There's a lot of junk in here. And on the drawing table, I have to get a shot of one of my babies here. This is my Ibanez 5-string. I've been playing it a lot lately and kind of put my Fender away for a while. Starting to enjoy playing this one again. But on the bottom shelf you see a like Bob Ross paint set. There's a lot of like my light box over there. A lot of other art supplies. Got a bunch of junk. I got everything plugged up here, so it's a mess. But this is one of the books from the Joe Kubert course that I still haven't completed, even the first course of. But it's just some practice pages. You know, just kind of doing the same thing that Joe had drawn. Pretty fun course. And that is it's a copy of Superman and Batman Generations 3, number 2. And the reason that is there is because I just kind of like to keep that close. I got some original art up on the wall here. And this actually is a page of John Byrne art. What page is it? This is page 6 from the aforementioned comic book, Pencils and Inks by John Byrne. And I think the only reason I bought this, a lot of it didn't have a lot of superhero action, but you've got a little panel that's got the silhouette of OMAC, which is one of my favorite Kirby characters, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, and I think a lot of you seen this. This is a pen and ink sketch I had Bob McLeod do last year of my 2 favorite androids, Red Tornado and the Vision. Guy did this in like 25 minutes. I was amazed. It's beautiful. Okay, and here we have a print of the Justice League and the Justice Society. This is actually like a centerfold from Justice League of America 195 with a team up with the JSA. And I love this so much, and I always wondered if they'd made a print of this. And actually, they had. A guy I had seen, I don't know if it was on a YouTube video or just something I saw on eBay. You know, they done a print of this, and I looked on the website and or on the guy's page, and he didn't have any. But I wrote and asked him, and it was actually Tom Smith, who was a long-time colorist for George Perez, an artist, and he actually had some, and he sold me one. There he autographed it. They recolored this, and it's just an awesome page by Perez and Tom Smith. I think I got this last year before last. Frank Bruner sketch. I think it has Doctor Strange and Klee and Cthulhu. And actually, he drew the Sandman in this. And I think this was just like I think he was doing a commission for somebody, and this was just like a sketch that he would send them or send them a scan of to see if this is what they want to continue with. But really nice guy. Got some signatures. And going back to Mr. Alan Bellman, a couple sketches I bought from him. The one on top I bought from last year. You can see Thor and Captain America kind of on a hillside with a volcano. He kind of colored the top of it. It's a really cool sketch. And it's from about 3 years ago. Captain America sketch where he's knocked Hitler for a loop. Really cool. And, the wall here, Iron Man poster. Squadron Supreme. Gary Frank, Cam Smith. There's a really cool Marvel poster. I'm not sure who did this. This was Greg Horn or who did this. And then the prize of my poster collection is the George Perez and Alex Ross Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I will never get rid of this. This is like a beautiful poster. I mean, it's got like, I don't know, 560 characters, I think. That's what I read. You know, penciled by George Perez and painted by Alex Ross. This thing is really hard to find anymore. So there you have our Superman of Earth 1 and Earth 2, Supergirl, and Golden Age Wonder Woman. And you see all the little faces in the background. I mean, they really went all out on this. So it's a really cool poster. Kind of hard to get it all in the frame, but there it is. Okay, another Planet Apes poster from the TV series. Little table I keep my computer on. Oh look, got another pen and ink, little sci-fi thing I did. You guys have already seen that. Most important thing right here. There's a wall hang my wife got me for our anniversary. Captain America 100. I've shown a lot of these action figures, the Pocket Heroes and the DC Universe animated figures. Little organizer, got some pens and pencils in it. Already shown all these digests. That's where I store a lot of those. More digests and hardbacks and showcase present editions. More trades and stuff. Charlton Spotlight. Another sci-fi book that I haven't been reading yet. Man Who Folded Himself. I think Hippie might have suggested this one. I'm a big time travel fan, so it's one of those. Okay. On the bottom, this is all art books and art reference. A lot of stuff. And down here's all my drawing pads and Bristol board. Some more anatomy reference. Landscape stuff. Just all kinds of art reference and books. Some of these I've kept since I was 10 or 11 years old. Just a real quick glance. This is the eggshell. We got another duplicate of Escape poster on the back. Some TV guides. Covers on it, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. And Planet of the Apes game. A Marvel lunchbox. Another poster by Alex Ross, Kingdom Come. Had that one for a while. And just kind of with some figures. I think they're Asian imports. Some more little figures with dioramas on them. My conspiracy on fire. Coffee cup. More of the action figures that I still don't have a place for. And there's another Alex Ross poster. The Justice League. Pretty cool. And you guys have seen the display shelf. On top, because it's the only place that I found I could store them, are like my treasuries. Marvel and DC, Jack Kirby collector. I think on the second row I got some more treasuries, and I think all these behind are like autographed books. Everybody's seen before. Green Lantern 76, Shadow #1, first silver/bronze age appearance of Two-Face. Weird War #1. Just magazines. Marvel Premiere, Arm & Tales. Like I said, I apologize for the lighting. It's not very good, but just some first appearances. More treasuries in the back. I've shown all these books on videos before. And on the bottom, got a lot of hardbacks, comic reference, comic history stuff. I want to show this one. I don't know if I've shown this book or not. My wife actually got this for me a few years ago. Batman to Me, an autobiography by Bob Kane, and I didn't know until I actually had thumbed through this a few times if it's actually signed and numbered by Mr. Bob Kane himself. This is number 1030 out of 2500, so really didn't know that, so really cool. In the back, got the photo journal, Gerber's Photo Journal Guide to Comics. 60 Years of DC, All-Star Companion. And actually those sad sack things you see in the back are something that come by way of Captain Strangelove and Comic Guy Rules. Garrett, Hans knew I just got the first appearance of Sad Sack in comic book, and he had actually had those images blown up and sent to me, and I think he actually didn't send them to Garrett by mistake, and then Garrett forwarded them to me. I'm sure I told this in the video before, but I thought that was really great, both those guys. Everybody knows what great YouTubers Comic Guy Rules and Captain Strangelove is. So Wednesday Comics hardback, my Kirby biography, Legion stuff, my slipcase JLA Avengers oversized, Marvel Comics from the 70s. Still got some there's some Mexican Planet of the Apes posters, Justice League Omnibus, and there are some Marvel Zombies hardbacks that I need to get back to a friend of mine forever. But guys, hope do this. I've enjoyed it. I certainly enjoy showing it to you. Like I say, it's not really organized per se, but it's as organized as I'm going to get it. Like I say, I've still got like 25 boxes of bronze and silver to go through. So this is it. So thanks for watching.